Good evening and welcome to the January 8th meeting of the Glenville Town Board. Please rise for the invocation and pledge allegiance. Please join me in prayer. Loving and gracious God, you are indeed the giver of all good gifts, and we thank you today for all your blessings. We start the new year with an aggressive agenda and much work ahead of us. We ask that you guide us in this work as we continue to seek your wisdom, courage, and strength. Be with us in our deliberations and help us to be wise in the decisions we make for the good of all those who have placed their trust and confidence in our leadership. Give us insight to lead with integrity, that our decisions may reflect that which is right and good. Keep us from short-sightedness and pettiness. Help us to make decisions that are for the good of all, and guard us from blind self-interest. And Lord, grant us the humility to always seek your will in all that we do, in all that we say. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please call the roll.
Councilman Martin?
Here.
Councilman Giovanni?
Here.
Councilman Ramcho?
Here.
Councilwoman Rosbowski? Here. Supervisor Hensley?
Here, we have what looks to be a busy agenda, but we're going to really move through it fairly quickly because a lot of this is housekeeping. I'd like to start with the supervisor's announcements and the following appointments. First appointment that we're starting with, and I'm very pleased and proud to continue my work and this board's work along with Jamie McFarland. I'd like to appoint Jamie McFarland as deputy supervisor. As I said in the newspaper article, I can't think of anyone who is more qualified, who can do a better job, and who's essentially been doing the job just about for the past 4 years. So I'm looking forward, I'll speak for myself, our continued work together. Welcome aboard.
Like I never left.
Yeah, there we go. Second is the Commissioner of Public Works, Thomas Coppola. Tom, there's a lot of great things I could say about you too, but we'll save it for later. You'd rather get through the meeting quickly. And then the department liaisons, which I've handed out to each of the board members. This was done in conjunction with working with each board member, and I'll just be quick with the supervisor will have administration, as I always have, which includes the comptroller, budget and finance committee, Unified Military Affairs, CEG, Village of Scotia, Supervisors Council, Human Resources, the newly formed or to be formed Capital Improvement Strategic Initiatives Committee, and then the LDC is a liaison the supervisor has, but I will be designating Councilman Martin into that role based on all his work and knowledge in that area. Police Safety and Wellfield Protection, Councilman Pipavani, which is Police, Public Safety Committee, Traffic Safety, DARE, Intermunicipal Water Board, Watershed Board, and Wellfield Protection Committee. We don't do water board either. Then there's the Government Operations and Efficiency Committee, which is Councilman Ramatar, which is Town Clerk, Efficiency in Government, Park Planning, Senior Services, Assessor, Board of Assessment Review, Receiver of Taxes, and Beautification Committee. And then, of course, our freshman with us, the Economic Development, will be Councilman Martin, Planning Department, Planning and Zoning Commission, SBED, Open Spaces, GECC, and of course to the LDC, as I mentioned earlier. And then Public Works, Fire Services, and Town Courts, Councilwoman Rosbowski, which is Public Works, Highway Engineering, Water and Sewer, Building Department, Zoning Board of Appeals, Fire Services, and Town Justice. So those are the liaison roles. Congratulations, and looking forward to working with everybody in those roles. It's going to be a busy year. So, moving to the agenda, if you're following along, there's a key. The first 7 resolutions are administration-type resolutions. The next 8 through 15 are operational, and then 17 through 30 are committees, commission appointments, and then 31 through 45 are contracts and agreements, which are already really passing the budget, but just formalizing the contracts. So what I'm going to do is ask the board to move these in groups on consent. So we're going to take a motion in just a minute to move everything on consent 1 through 45. Then we'll take up 46 through 54. We do have two quick add-ons tonight as well, which we'll get to after 54, the two add-ons, add-on 1 and add-on 2. So what the resolution we're going to vote on right now is, well, the motion is going to be to take each of these in their groupings, so we don't have to ask for a motion every time. Once we pass that motion, we'll be able to move through each of those on consent. So I will ask for a motion to move A 1 through 7 for admin, 8 through 15 for operation, 16 through 30 for committees and commissions, and 31 through 45 for contracts and agreements. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Please record the vote.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Pipavani?
Yes.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Kessler?
Yes, motion passes, so we'll move on to taking on consent, our first group. Do I have a motion for resolutions 1 through 7?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Please record the vote.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Pipavani?
Yes.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Kessler?
Yes, resolutions pass. Next resolution group is 8 through 15. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Again, these are operational type resolutions. Seeing no discussion, please record the vote.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Pipavani?
Yes.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Kessler?
Yes, resolutions passed. Next group is the committees and commissions, appointing those committees and commissions that are 16 through 30. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Pipavani?
Yes.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Kessler?
Yes, resolutions passed. Next grouping is the contracts and agreements, which are, again, were passed in the budget. These are just authorizing me as supervisor to sign these agreements with the vendors, and that's 31 through 45. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Pipavani?
Yes.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Kessler?
Yes, resolutions passed. Next resolution is an individual resolution to be taken up individually. It is resolution 46, a resolution appointing Jason Cuthbert as our comptroller. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Mr. Supervisor, this resolution is to appoint Jason Cuthbert as our town controller for the term of January 3rd, 2013, 2014 through December 31st, 2014.
15.
15.
This is a 2-year appointment.
Okay. Dates are wrong again. Okay.
So we need an amendment. Where they're wrong.
In the resolved clause, it's
Okay, where it is.
Right, yes, okay. And it will be at a salary of $63,000 for that time period.
Do we need, so we do not need a, amendment?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the result.
I want to say that, if you don't mind to start the discussion, if there is any, I'd like to start by, again, talking about our time with Jason. I know when we began the process and looked for comptrollers, it was a long process, and we talked to many people, and then Councilman Boulan said, you've got to talk to this Jason Cuthbert guy, and I was like, oh boy, I don't know about that. Because I actually first came to know Jason through the UCC process. He was working with the county, and he sat on the other side of the table for me, but we got, Jamie and Mike and I met with him and got to know him, and he has proven to be an incredible resource for us. I think we've gained much efficiency. He's done an incredible job, worthy of this, I think, resolution, and looking forward to working with you, Jason, for the next 2 years. Now, the only thing you need to work on is putting your house for sale in the city and moving into Glenville. All right. Any other discussion or comments? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Pipavani?
Yes.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Congratulations, Jason. Next, resolution 47, appointing Patrick Aragosa, receiver of taxes. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? This again is a resolution that would appoint Patrick Aragosa to a 2-year term. Oh, no, I'm sorry, he served the past 2 years. This is an appointment of receiver of elected. It would still be a 2-year term. But it is the one that was previously elected that changed. And again, Patrick has done a great job for us. I think he's deserving of this. This sets, appoints him to the 2-year term starting January 1st, obviously. He's willing to accept the position as a part-time position, an hourly rate of $30 per hour without benefits, total compensation not to exceed $30,000. Any questions or comments on this?
And you specified a 2-year term.
Yes. Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Pipavani?
Yes.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next, resolution 48, a resolution appointing Kevin Winchell. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Yes, Mr. Supervisor, with the vacancy of the office of assessor being filled by Carol Corbett, the town's real property assessor, appraisal technician, the assessor's office is in need of staff to fulfill obligations. And we interviewed several candidates for the real property appraisal technician and determined that Kevin Winchell of 7 Drive, Glenville is the best candidate. So it resolved that the town board of Glenville hereby provisionally appoint Kevin Winchell of 7 Drive to the position of real property appraisal technician effective January 13, 2014, the starting rate of $42,972 and benefits determined by the CSEA agreement with the town.
Any other comments or questions? I'd like to just say that I had the opportunity to sit in with Councilman Ramichardt on the interviews for this position. Kevin is I believe, is going to be a phenomenal employee for us. Carol Corbett, as you know, has been our acting assessor, and she's been a one-woman show in what is typically a 2-person department. And she's been probably doing that longer than she likes and longer than we like her to do. So Kevin's going to be a much-needed addition to that department. And I want to thank Carol for all of her work in getting us to this point where we're getting back to kind of full staff there. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, please report the vote.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Pipavani?
Yes.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next resolution, resolution 49, establishing the Town of Glenville Capital Improvement and Strategic Initiatives Committee. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second, and this is a resolution we talked about, obviously, previously. It is the capital, what we acronym really reads CSIC, which I think Mike might have done purposely. This acts in an advisory capacity to the town board for planning, construction, undertaking, or acquisition of capital improvements to the town's buildings, grounds, infrastructure, which includes limited but not limited to water, sewer, and drainage systems. I've asked in consultation with the board that Ellen Boulon chair that committee. Ellen is in the process of getting names together for the board to consider for the committee. They will serve without compensation and but be reimbursed by reasonable expenses. It sets here what their meeting will be, times, and or at least frequency, and then that directs the committee to consult with town commissioner of public works, the town designated engineer, the town planner, and the town attorney, and report to this town board no frequently less than 1 per calendar quarter. So I'm looking forward to Al's work in that committee. I think it's going to be very important. We have a lot of challenges ahead of us. We have a lot of projects ahead of us, and I think Al's the right person to lead that charge. Any other questions or comments?
I just think it's an excellent idea, well needed.
Anything else? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Pipavani?
Yes.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next, resolution 50, motion to authorize the attorney to enter an agreement with Walmart. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Yes, Mr. Supervisor, Walmart served us on reviewing their property, feeling that the appraisal was too high, and based on reviewing recent appraisals of similar size within the area, the town, through the attorney and assessor, were prepared to enter into a settlement agreement in order of consent regarding the differences. And basically, it appears to be in the best interest of the town to settle the matter as recommended by the attorney for the town and the assessor without further attendant legal and appraisal cost. It's be resolved that the town board of Glenville hereby authorizes the attorney for the town to enter an agreement with Walmart Real Estate Businesses Trust or Walmart Stores East for the settlement of the tax cert proceedings brought relative to the property known as 200 Dutch Meadows Lane, Glenville, New York. Now, this does not include tax year 2014, but will start in 2015.
Excellent, thank you. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, please report the vote.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Catalano?
Yes.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next, resolution 51, adopting the 2014 strategic plan. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. This resolution is new for us. We've had strategic plans for the past 4 years. We've never moved them through resolution. I asked to be placed on the agenda because I really felt it was important for residents and employees and committees and volunteers to understand that this plan is the vision of the entire board, that it's an expression of the board's desire and will for the coming year. There's a lot in this plan. We've worked very hard on it with our liaisons, with staff, with committees. We started back in October working on it. It's a 5-page plan. There are some things in there that we may not get to. There's some things in there that might be too big for us this year, but there's things that we have to talk about, things we have to think about. I think it's important, you know, as we went through some of what we went through towards the end of the year last year, that residents understand that if they want an idea of where this board's looking to go and what we're looking to do, it's here. It's in a document, it's codified by a resolution, and so I appreciate everyone's work on this. The major focus, the 3 major areas that we're focusing on this year are technology implementation, secondly, operational changes and efficiencies, and third, infrastructure improvements, physical space, water and sewer, and parks. So this will be posted on the website. There'll be copies in Town Hall if anyone wishes to come in and pick them up. You'll see where we break out public works and economic development and budget and finance and operations and public safety and efficiency and energy, and then the infrastructure and buildings committee. We have a lot of challenges this year, particularly in the operations of the town, when we have so many people looking to or possibly retiring this year, and of course with the UCC likely going late spring, early summer. There's a lot on our plate, so this will help guide us. I'd like us to keep it with us, refresh it at work sessions now and again, and what I'd like to do next is pull out the priorities of each of those for the first quarter and work with our department heads on those priorities. Any other questions or comments on that at all? Seeing none, please report the vote.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Catalano?
Yes.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next resolution, resolution 52, calling for a public hearing to be held January 22nd. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Mr. Supervisor, this is a resolution to schedule a public hearing in connection with the requested extension of Water District Number 11 in Glenville. The resolution is to schedule it for petition to establish the extension to Water District Number 11 on January 22nd, 2014 at 7:30 p.m. here at Town Hall, 18 Glenridge Road, to hear all persons interested in the establishment of this extension to the Water District.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Catalano?
Yes.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski? Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next, resolution 53, to schedule yet another public hearing on the same day here at the Town Hall. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Do I have any discussion?
Mr. Supervisor, this is another request to schedule a public hearing for an extension to Water District Number 11. It's the adjoining property that goes along with the first public hearing, so it's essentially two extensions. Is to establish a public hearing for water district number 11 extension, January 22nd, 2014 at 7:30 here at Town Hall, 18 Glenville Road.
Any questions or comments? Seeing none, please record the roll.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Pittavani?
Yes.
Councilman Ramnatar?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next, resolution 54, resolution to correct a typo in a previous resolution passed. So we have a motion.
So,
Do you have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Mr. Supervisor, we did, amend chapter 151 flood damage prevention of the code of the town of Glenville, and this is a housekeeping resolution to correct some typos that were in there. If you wanna,
I think it's just housekeeping. It doesn't change the reso, it's just some numbers need to be fixed. So it's that floodplain, when we passed, as Gina said, no amendments to what was actually passed as far as.
just some typographical errors.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any drier than this.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say, I can't make it exciting, I'm sorry.
See no other discussion, please go vote.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Pittavani?
Yes.
Councilman Ramnatar?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next is the add-on, resolution 1, a resolution calling yet another public hearing. Do I have a motion?
So
Do
moved.
I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Mr. Supervisor, this is a resolution to schedule a public hearing for January 22nd, 2014, here in Town Hall, Glenville Road, in connection with the proposed transfer of a permanent utility easement to on 7th Street in the Provisions Park to Overland Freedom.
Any questions or comments? Before we vote on this one, Jim, I know you've talked about this before, and Kevin's here tonight. We had a nice meeting today with the supervisor from Boston and business community from Vernon Hills and Glenville. And we talked, and one of the highlights of the meeting was this Old Dominion project that was done, and also the other one, Kevin, that got through the planning process within the month. But really have to pause and talk just a minute about how much is happening in that technology park. It is really coming along nicely, and this is a huge project. It's a project that you guys, Kevin, again, handled beautifully. I get a lot of comments from Metroplex and positive things about what happened there. But we shouldn't lose sight of all that's going on in our town center, what's going on in that technology park.
It is the core of our, industrial development, and a lot of employment out there.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be a lot more, especially if, that project that's, just passed the other night at the planning commission, that gets built, there's gonna be a lot of employment there.
Absolutely. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Pittavani?
Yes.
Councilman Ramnatar?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski? Yes. Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Those are all the resolutions we have tonight. We have no. Mike, yeah, Mike. We do have one more add-on. Our town attorney snuck in here. Resolution add-on 2, resolution to appoint the town attorney. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. So this is a resolution add-on to appoint Romer Wallens Golden No, which we have retained for the past 4 years, to provide us general legal services, municipal finance, bond counsel services, and comprehensive labor relations services to the town. It's a 2-year agreement, a 3-year agreement for 14, 15, and 16. And it has an agreement that we would, subsequent years, would have a increase to the $99,878 retainer to be the consumer price index, or 2%, the lesser of. So basically, that's tax cap friendly. So it will only increase up until either the CPI or the 2%, whichever is less. I want to say that working with Mike has been an extraordinarily positive experience for us. It's been a pleasure. I think you've done a tremendous amount of great work for the town over the 4 years. Being on the board prior, working with another group, I can only say the improvement was astonishing. We appreciate all that you do for us. You keep us out of trouble most of the time. I still tend to get in trouble on my own, with Mike on my side. But I do want to thank you and your firm for all the work you do.
Look forward to the next
3 years, yes. Well, I'll be here for 4 years. Anyone, anything else?
Thanks, Mike, you did a great job. It's my all set, always.
Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Pittleton?
Yes.
Councilman Ratmaker?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wozzachowski?
Yes.
Supervisor Henson?
Yes, resolution passes. That is now all the resolutions we have tonight. We have no new business on the agenda, but does anyone like to say anything? Now's a good time.
I'd just like to say Happy New Year to everybody, and I look forward to working with all of you over the course of the next year, and interacting with the public, and making sure that we do a good job for everybody, as we've always mentioned.
Anything else?
Just like to say, it's nice not to be the junior councilman.
Anything else? Adjourn?
I'm all set.
Okay, motion to adjourn?
So,
Second? Moved in second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Adjourn.
okay, whatever.